Have you ever wondered how real estate scams work? Well, let me tell you, it's a world that's as complex as it is shady. You see, scammers, those cunning foxes, exploit the intricacies of the real estate market to pull the wool over the eyes of unsuspecting buyers, sellers, and investors. And the worst part? These scams can come in all shapes and sizes, wrapped up in pretty packages that make them seem legitimate. It's a wild world out there. And that's why it's so crucial to keep your eyes peeled and your wits about you. To navigate this treacherous terrain, you've got to arm yourself with knowledge and stay vigilant. Because let's face it, in the real estate market, what you don't know can hurt you. Now that we've set the stage, let's delve into the types of real estate scams that you should be on the lookout for. So what are the common real estate scams you might encounter? Let's start with fake listing scams. These involve properties that don't exist or aren't actually on the market. Scammers use photos and details from legitimate listings, creating an alluring but entirely fictitious property. They'll ask for a deposit or even the full payment up front, and then they vanish, leaving the buyer out of pocket and without a home. Next up are rental scams. Similar to fake listings, these scams involve properties that are either non-existent or not available for rent. The scammer will pose as a landlord, often asking for a deposit or first month's rent before meeting or viewing the property. Once the money is transferred, the landlord disappears. Then there's the foreclosure rescue scam. Here, scammers target homeowners struggling with their mortgage payments. They promise to save the property from foreclosure for a fee, but instead, they just take the money and run, leaving the homeowner in an even worse situation. Wire fraud scams are another serious concern. These involve hackers intercepting communication between a buyer and a real estate professional. The scammer, posing as the professional, instructs the buyer to wire funds to a different account, usually under the guise of a last-minute change. The buyer, thinking they're paying for their new home, is actually sending money straight to the scammer. Lastly, we have flipping scams. In these scams, a property is bought for a low price, often in a distressed sale, and then quickly sold at a higher price. The scam part comes in when the property's value has been artificially inflated, often through a fraudulent appraisal, leaving the buyer to pay over the odds for a property that's worth significantly less. Remember, knowledge is your best defense against these scams. The more you know about these common scams, the better equipped you'll be to spot them before you fall victim. It's a wild world out there in the real estate market, but with awareness and vigilance, you can navigate it safely. Now that we know what to watch out for, how can we protect ourselves? To start, it's critical to work with reputable real estate agents and brokers. These professionals have a wealth of knowledge and experience that can help you navigate the complex world of real estate. However, it's not enough to simply trust their word. You should verify their legitimacy by checking their credentials and professional standing. Look for a solid track record, positive reviews, and membership in professional organizations. Title companies and attorneys also play a vital role in secure transactions. They ensure the title is clean and the transaction is legal, protecting you from potential scams. But remember, the responsibility doesn't end there. It's equally important to conduct your own research and due diligence. Look into the property's history, the seller's reputation, and the local real estate market. By being vigilant and informed, you can greatly reduce your risk of falling victim to a real estate scam. As we wrap up, let's quickly recap what we've covered. We dove into the murky waters of real estate scams, unearthing the most common types, from fake listings and rental scams to foreclosure rescue scams, wire fraud, and flipping scams. These deceptive practices can leave buyers, sellers, and investors alike with empty pockets and shattered dreams. But remember, knowledge is your greatest weapon. By staying vigilant, conducting thorough research, and making informed decisions, you can navigate the real estate market with confidence. Always verify the legitimacy of real estate professionals and their credentials, and don't shy away from seeking the assistance of title companies and attorneys to ensure secure transactions. If you suspect a scam, don't hesitate to report it to the relevant authorities and platforms. Your voice can help protect others from falling victim to these fraudulent schemes. Remember, in the world of real estate, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Stay safe, stay vigilant, and happy house hunting.